Remember that gut-wrenching moment when Agatha first tricked us all back in WandaVision? Well, buckle up, because episode 3 of Agatha All Along just threw us deeper into her twisted web. And trust me, no one's making it out untouched. From hidden dangers in the Witch's Road to the heartbreaking loss of a beloved character, this episode had everything. Let's dive into the magic, mayhem, and mystery that's leaving us spellbound. The Witch's Road, a mystical, deadly landscape. Let's kick things off by talking about the Witch's Road. First of all, how gorgeous and terrifying is this place? It's not just a spooky forest, it's an entire hidden realm beneath Westview, a place where reality bends, and the natural elements are twisted into magical trials. In episode 3, we get our first real taste of what the Witch's Road has in store, and it's far from just a pretty setting. From the moment the Coven steps foot on the path, it's clear they're in over their heads. This isn't your standard forest. It's perpetually nighttime, with an eerie atmosphere that feels alive. The trees? They look like they've got secrets of their own. The vines? They're practically waiting to trap you if you step off the path. The visuals here really set the stage for the trials to come, and the rule is simple but chilling. Don't stray off the path. There's something so timeless and mythic about that line, like it's pulled straight from a fairy tale, and it immediately lets you know there's real danger ahead. And then we have Teen, played by Joe Locke, who is absolutely thrilled to be here. He's dreamily gazing at the Witch's Road like it's the coolest thing he's ever seen. That contrast between his excitement and the rest of the group's terror adds a nice touch of levity. Agatha even cracks a rare smile, saying the road suits him. It's a small moment, but it hints at a deeper bond between Teen and Agatha, one that's still shrouded in mystery. Is she protecting him for a reason we don't yet understand? More on that later. But not everyone is having such a good time. Sharon Davis, played by the always fantastic Deborah Jo Rupp, is not okay with this situation. I love how her character represents the ordinary person in this magical mess. She's completely out of her depth, complaining that this feels like kidnapping, and questioning how a mystical forest could exist under Westview. You can't help but feel for her, especially when she brings up the fact that she's part of the town's historical society, and they've never encountered anything like this before. It's a classic mix of humor and genuine fear that only Agatha All Along can pull off. Jennifer's trial, the water test. Now let's get into the real meat of the episode, the trials. First up, Jennifer's water trial. The group stumbles upon a beautiful beach house that seems almost too good to be true. And surprise it is. The house traps them inside, setting the stage for a magical riddle they have to solve. The aesthetic here is just chef's kiss. It gives off major middle-aged second chance at love vibes, as Teen so hilariously points out. But beneath the cozy beach house charm is a deadly challenge. Jennifer, Sashir Zamata, is the star of this trial, and we finally get a closer look at her character's struggles. She's been carrying a lot of weight. Her magic is bound, and she's desperate to reclaim her power. The water test is symbolic, not just for its elemental ties, but for how it mirrors Jennifer's own internal battle. She's drowning in her fears, in her doubt, and in her past mistakes. This trial forces her to confront all of that head-on. The riddle they find talks about wine, and Sharon, being Sharon, immediately latches onto that. I loved how this was a bit of foreshadowing for what's to come. As soon as they start drinking the wine, things take a sharp turn. The moment the Coven realizes they've been poisoned, the tension skyrockets. The wine they drank is laced with something called Alewife's Revenge, a toxin that causes hallucinations, delirium, and eventually death. The stakes are as high as ever, and the group only has 30 minutes to find a cure. And then there's Agatha, ever the clever witch, pouring her glass of wine into a plant instead of drinking it. Classic Agatha move, right? But even she can't escape the danger for long. This trial is a turning point for the group. They're not just facing magical challenges. They're being forced to confront their own demons, and the show does an incredible job of intertwining the supernatural with the personal. The hallucinations, personal demons, come to life. Okay, let's dive into the hallucinations because this is where things get really interesting. Each character experiences a vision that ties into their deepest fears and traumas, and these moments give us so much insight into who they are and what they're struggling with. First up, Sharon. Her hallucination is straight up heartbreaking. She relives her husband's death from WandaVision Episode 1 when he choked at the dinner table. This was such a brilliant callback to the original show, and a reminder that even though we're deep into Agatha's story now, the roots of WandaVision are still very much present. Sharon's cries for Wanda to let her husband breathe are gut-wrenching. It's a powerful moment that shows just how much unresolved trauma Sharon is carrying with her. Then we have Alice, Ali An, who gets a vision of her mother flicking a lighter, revealing that her grandmother has died. This moment reveals a generational curse that has haunted Alice's family for years. Her mother's chilling words, "It's my turn now," drive home the inevitability of this curse. Alice's fear of being unable to protect her family is front and center here, and you can see how much it weighs on her. Teen does his best to comfort her, but there's only so much he can do. Speaking of Teen, his hallucination is tied to Agatha. He's been trying to figure out who he is for 3 episodes now, and there's still so much mystery surrounding him. But there's a tender moment between him and Alice where they bond over the fact that they both went through life-changing events at 13. This hints at some major backstory revelations to come, and I, for one, cannot wait to find out what's really going on with Teen. Now let's talk about Agatha's hallucination, because it might just be the most revealing. She hears a baby crying, and when she goes to investigate, she doesn't find a baby. She finds the Darkhold. Yes, the Darkhold, the infamous book of dark magic. This hallucination could be interpreted in a few different ways. Is it a symbol of her guilt over what she sacrificed to obtain the book? Is it connected to the rumors that Agatha gave up her child for the Darkhold? The layers of mystery here are so thick, and I love how the show keeps dropping breadcrumbs without giving us the full picture just yet. Agatha and Jennifer. The pep talk that changes everything. As the episode reaches its climax, Jennifer is on the verge of giving up. The antidote isn't working, and time is running out. That's when Agatha steps in with a pep talk that completely changes the tone. She tells Jennifer that, despite their differences, she's always respected the work she was doing. "You can be that witch again," she says. "They can take your power, but they can't take your knowledge." This moment is huge for Jennifer's character. It's not just about reclaiming her magic, it's about reclaiming her confidence, her identity as a witch. But the real twist comes when they realize they need the blood of the unpoisoned to complete the antidote. Teen, being the only one who didn't drink the wine, becomes the key to their survival. Agatha cuts his hand, and with that final ingredient, the antidote is complete. This moment is loaded with significance. Teen has been a bit of a mystery up to this point, but now he's playing a crucial role in the Coven's survival. The bond between Agatha and Teen is growing stronger, and I can't help but wonder, why is Agatha so protective of him? Is he more important to her than we realize? The escape and Sharon's tragic fate. Once they have the antidote, it's a mad dash to save Sharon, who's on the brink of death. But in true Agatha All Along fashion, this tense moment is followed by a bit of dark humor. The group escapes the collapsing mansion by sliding down what can only be described as an oven slip and slide. It's a hilarious visual, and I love how this show balances the intense emotional stakes with moments of absurdity. The oven symbolism is also on point, like they're being metaphorically cooked alive in this trial, only to slip out at the last second. But not everyone makes it out. Sharon, after providing some much-needed comic relief throughout the episode, tragically doesn't survive. It's a gut punch, especially since she was such a relatable, down-to-earth character. Her death raises the stakes for the remaining witches, reminding them, and us, that this isn't just a magical adventure, it's life and death. Looking ahead. The road gets darker. As the episode draws to a close, the group is more fractured than ever. They're tired, emotionally drained, and now one witch down. They still don't fully understand the witch's road or the trials that lie ahead. With Sharon gone and the oven's secret passage leading them deeper into the unknown, it feels like they've only scratched the surface of the challenges to come. And the mystery surrounding Teen? That's not going away anytime soon. If anything, this episode has only deepened the intrigue. Who is he really? What's Agatha's connection to him? Is he tied to Agatha's son, or is something even bigger at play? There's also the looming question of what Agatha will do if and when she gets her hands on the Darkhold again. That's a wrap on episode 3. This show just keeps getting better and better, with each episode peeling back new layers of mystery, character development, and magical mayhem. I can't wait to see what the next trial has in store for our Coven. But what did you think? Are you as hooked as I am? What are your theories about Teen? And how do you think Agatha's story will ultimately play out? Let me know in the comments. I'm dying to hear your thoughts and theories. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming breakdowns. We've got so much more Agatha All Along goodness to explore, and I'll be here every week, breaking it all down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.